Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to show you all the books that I got in the month of September. It's very small. I'm so proud of myself. I actually only have 7 books to talk about, and then I have one that's like a journal, but it does revolve around books. So nice short haul this month. Okay, I'll show you the journal first. Now, I saw this on Kayla's channel from BooksandLala. Link below. And she has been doing this series, which is a lot of fun, where she's actually reviewing reading journals and giving her thoughts about how the journals work. And she tries them out for a month. She tries a different one every month, and then she gives you her thoughts. It's a really cool one. I'll leave the videos down below. I think there's 2 of them so far. But this was in her most recent one. She didn't actually officially review this one because it wasn't quite the same as like a monthly reading journal, but it's a book club reading journal. And I went ahead and purchased this after seeing her talk about it, because I just joined a book club and I thought it would be fun to keep track of the books that I read for this book club and any other book club moving forward. You don't have to use this just for one book club, it's any book club. And I thought it would just be fun to have like a journal with all that stuff in here. And I love the way this looks. So this was put together by Books and Quills. And I believe she's on BookTube as well, so I'll leave her channel link down below too. And oh my gosh, you guys, but look how cute this is. And it's hardcover. This is like a velvety almost type thing, very textured, and it's hardcover, very, very cute. So I got this on Amazon, so I will link it down below for sure for you guys if you are interested in it. But the beginning of it has a whole bunch of things like getting started, how to start your own book club. You can write down all the books that you read, and it has the numbers here. And then I'll show you the numbers. It's numbered, so it's kind of almost a table of contents, if you will, for what books you write about in here. It talks about the joy of reading, like you can do that. It has how to start a book club, deciding on what to read, how to deal with awkward silence, different types of people who show up to book club, which is a lot of fun, how to read more, tips on reading more just in general. So like just a ton of things about like book clubs and in that. And then you get into my book club reads, and this is where you start writing down what you have read. Now, each entry in here is 4 pages for one book. So this would be the first one. So you have number 1 here. You have all the information that you fill in, and you fill in this kind of stuff too. Now, this has like all the information about the book, and then you can write down your first impressions, your thoughts after finishing it, the themes, the characters, lots of room to write what you think on there. And then the next page, so this is the next page for the same book. Notes and questions, so you can take notes while you're reading the book. Pages to remember, if you want to write those down, your final thoughts, your rating, further reading, which is really interesting. So if anyone suggests anything based on what you thought about this book, you could write that down. There's a place for favorite quotes. And then you go into book number 2, and then you start the whole process over. So it's 4 pages for one book, which I thought was really interesting. There are enough pages in here to cover, I'm going to give you a total. You can track 50 books in here. So 50, which is awesome. Now, also in the back, there are reading suggestions. So you can there's like classics, there's coming of age stories, grief and breakups, imagining the future, short stories, feel-good reads, and they're like book recommendations, if you will. There's probably about 10 on each one in all sorts of different genres and stuff. And then there is also, let me see, there's a couple more pages back here I wanted to highlight. There's a reading wish list. So you can write down, books on your wish list, if you will, maybe books that I might use this for books that people have recommended from book club. I might do that. And then there's like a book loan tracker as well, which is kind of funny, who you lent out to and who you borrowed from. So that's kind of fun. And then that's it. So I just thought this was really cute. It also comes with a little bookmark, a ribbon bookmark. as well. And I'm going to use this to track the books that I'm reading for book club. So I'm actually going to get started on it here soon because I'm currently reading a book for the book club that I'm joining, and it's the first one that I'll be attending. So I'm going to write down all that stuff. I actually need to go ahead and do it because I have started the book and I don't want to forget anything. But I just thought this was so much fun and I'm excited to have it. Okay, so the first book that I want to haul is a book that I pre-ordered. It is my most anticipated book of the year. I'm currently reading in it, and that is Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. Adult vampire, so adult. I can't even express that enough, but it's so good. I am currently almost 250 pages into this huge 734-page book, so I have a ways to go. But I am really, really enjoying my time reading this book, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to have a full reading blog up for this one. It will be spoiler free. I'll just talk about the themes. I'll talk about the main plot and kind of how I'm feeling throughout it without giving any spoilers up to what's actually happening. But yeah, so currently reading and really enjoying. The next book is the book for said book club, Why I Bought the Journal. We are reading Bag of Bones. This is by Stephen King. I'm currently listening to this on audiobook, and so far the audio is fine. The story is really good. I'm really enjoying the story. There's been a couple of lines in here that just kind of made me go, why is that in there? It's regarding women. I know that Stephen King definitely has a little bit of a sketchy reputation on writing about women and their bodies in particular and the way that men think about women and stuff like that. There's been a couple lines in here that even made me, which that kind of stuff doesn't normally bother me. I'm just like, whatever. But I still am just like, why? Why is that line in here? Why are you having that thought? Stuff like that. So there is that, but I'm still enjoying the main story of it. I'm currently on page 176. This is a little over 500 pages, so plugging away. But yeah, so there's that one. The next book I received from Ink and Willow, and that is the Daily Bible Project. This is a 3-year record of your reading plan journey. And it's really interesting. So this is teeny tiny, but it's a journal basically, and it's to help you read through the Bible in a year. But the way that they do it is they give you a day and they tell you which scriptures to read, and then they give you dates that, it doesn't tell you, okay, read this on January 1st. It's undated, but it's like day 1, read this. And so for example, day 1 is you read Genesis 1 through 3, and then you read Matthew 1. So it takes you through both the Old Testament and the New Testament, and then you have space to write down kind of your thoughts or questions or whatever as you're reading through it. So I'm not quite sure why it's 3 years, to be honest, because this does only go through 1 year here. So I'm not quite sure the purpose as far as reading, I'm not sure why it's a 3-year journey. I'm not really sure about that, to be honest with you. So that part's a little bit confusing to me, but it is very pretty. It is gorgeous, a very gorgeous book. And it's like a floppy, very, very sturdy cover. So I may use this at some point if I do decide to read through. I've read through the Bible once in a year before. I don't know if I'm going to plan to do that again or not, but if I want to, I can do that. Or I could just go through here and I could just take my time. I don't have to do it in a year. I could do it whenever I want because it's mine, right? So thank you very much to Ink and Willow for sending along a free copy of this for me. Okay, next one is another book that I pre-ordered, and that is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. Okay, I have absolutely loved The House in the Cerulean Sea. That's one of my favorite books of the year. It's going to be on my top 10, I know that for sure. And so when this one was announced, I knew I wanted to get my hands on it. And so I pre-ordered it. I begged for an ARC of this book and I did not get one. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it when I kind of realized that ship has sailed. And I'm really, really excited to read this. Now, from what I'm understanding, this is following a character who is in between life and death. He's given 7 days to kind of, I think, make a decision on if he wants to actually die or not. I think he gets that decision-making ability or something like that. So that's all I really know. I'm going to go into this expecting it to be maybe not quite as good as The House in the Cerulean Sea. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a very high standard, but I do expect it to be whimsical and moving and falling in love with these characters. So when I do get to it, I'm very excited about it. And I found myself in Barnes & Noble one day, just whoopsies. And I was looking at a 50% off table, just looking. I was just browsing. I wasn't planning to buy anything that day, to be honest with you. We actually went in to get something for my daughter, and we found what she wanted. And then I was looking at the 50% off table, and I was like, I know I want to read that book. I'm going to grab it because it was 50% off. So I grabbed Docile. This is by K.M. Spara. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time with that last name. Spara. I actually did a try a chapter tag with this book from my library when I was in Rhode Island, and I loved the first chapter. And from there, I immediately put this on my wish list because I knew I wanted to buy this. And I kept checking the price on Amazon. It never went down. I think it's still $20 on Amazon. I'm like, oh my gosh. So when I saw that this was 50% off at Barnes & Noble, I went ahead and grabbed it. I was like, I can't say no because I know that I want to read this book and I know that I'm probably going to want to own it based on the first chapter alone. So I bought it. Okay, so finally, my book of the month selections for the month of September, I picked two. My main selection was The Neighbor's Secret. This is by L. Alison Heller. This is a thriller book that I believe follows a book club. It's set in this neighborhood that's kind of hoity-toity and nothing can happen here and blah, 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 and people are very comfortable. However, I think some vandalism things start happening and they're targeting the women in this book club. And so things kind of start going from there. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of secrets that are going to be revealed and not everything is as it should be and blah, 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 blah. So I'm in. I'm excited. And then I grabbed an add-on and I grabbed Velvet Was the Night by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This one just sounds so intriguing to me. It's very much got a 70s vibe, kind of like a noir almost movie. And like, that's just the feelings I'm getting from the synopsis and from this cover, to be honest with you. So this is set in 1970 and it's set in Mexico City. And we are following a woman who is living in a society where there's just political turmoil all around her and things are very unsettled and uncertain and all this stuff. And she finds a lot of comfort and escapism in these books, I think, that she ends up reading. And it just kind of helps her escape. And one of her neighbors is somebody who she really admires. She kind of seems to live this life of just a life that she would want to live. However, this neighbor ends up going missing. And so she takes it upon herself to try to figure out what happened to this woman. And I think she gets thrown into a whole bunch of different things. So that's a whole lot for a short book. So we're going to see how this goes. I haven't read anything by this author yet, but I now have this one and I have Mexican Gothic. So I need to read something from her for sure. I'm definitely interested. But this was my add-on. Okay, guys, those are the books that I hauled in the month of September. Not very much. I'm very proud of myself. And I found myself searching for books. I was online. I was checking my wish list. Did anything go down in price? Blah, blah, blah. I was on Book Depository because have you guys seen that cover for Six Crimson Cranes? Oh my gosh, that UK cover is everything. And I said, no, Sarah, you have so many books that you need to read. You do not need to be ordering any more books. I caught myself. I was very, very good. Whew, it's hard though. It was hard. The book sounds good too. It's not just about the cover, but that cover, seriously. I'm very proud of this small amount. Let's hope October is even smaller. We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it under control, guys. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you have read any of these. I would love to know that. And I will see you guys again very soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.